What's up, y'all? It's your boy Troy, aka T King Mode, and welcome to the RotoBaller Fantasy Sports YouTube page. Make sure you like and subscribe. Today, we're gonna be doing some trade talk. 2 buys, 2 sells. So let's get into the episode. My first buy is Jahan Dotson. I had Dotson as a buy earlier in the season as he proceeded to be very disappointing in fantasy. A lot of managers ended up dropping him. However, in week 8, he put up 8 receptions on 10 targets for 108 yards, which were all career highs. Plus, he scored a touchdown. In week 7, he put up 5 receptions on 8 targets for 43 yards. Dotson took advantage of 2 poor secondaries in the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, but I believe that Dotson breakout is finally happening, so I look to go buy him right now before he has another monster performance and he ends up getting too expensive. My next buy is Deontay Johnson. One thing about Deontay Johnson is that he's very good at commanding targets. In week 8, Johnson put up 8 receptions on 85 yards on 14 targets. Last week, in his first game back from injury, he put up 5 receptions on 6 targets for 79 yards. Johnson has always been a very underrated and underappreciated receiver, which makes him the perfect buy candidate. Most still feel Pickens as the alpha, which should make the ability to buy Johnson that much easier. So go out and buy him right now. My first sell is going to be Miles Sanders. Simply put, he lost his jobs. Sanders coming back from injury, but he only attempted 2 rushing attempts for 0 yards in week 8. Chuba, on the other hand, had 15 rushes for 28 yards, 2 receptions for 26 yards. Those aren't great numbers, but they're dang sure better than Sanders. Sanders had his best week in week 1 where he put up 72 yards, but since then he hasn't rushed more than 43 yards. The writing seems to be on the wall for Sanders, so I'm trying to move on from him as soon as possible and trying to sell him to somebody who still views him as the starter. My last sell is Jeudy. Yes, Jeudy scored a touchdown in week 8, but hear me out. Yes, he put up 2 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown in week 8 also, but going into week 8, Jeudy was 50th in targets, 41st in receptions, and 50th in receiving yards. Broncos have been playing better, but I don't have confidence in their offense still. Jeudy's talented, but I don't trust that he's going to score a touchdown every single week that's going to save his fantasy day. So for me, I'm trying to move on as soon as possible. Now it's time to summarize my buys and sells. My buys are Jahan Dotson and Deontay Johnson. Both have been receiving a healthy target share over the past 2 weeks, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And my sells are Miles Sanders and Jeudy. Sanders seemingly lost his job, and Jeudy needs to be more consistent in his production for me to buy into the hype. Well, that's it. That's the list, folks. Thank you so much for listening, and make sure you like and subscribe to the RotoBaller Fantasy Sports YouTube page. Make sure you follow me, T King Mo, on all platforms. Thank you so much, and hope you have a good one.